See if we can do this, man. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Stills. It's another edition of Kicks with Soul, where the slogan is, every shoe is just a shoe until you put your soul into it. And today, we have the soundtrack to my life, Volume 1, is slowly coming to an end. This is track number 8 out of 10, and this is none other than the DT 96 Air Max, aka the Deion Sanders, aka his third signature shoe, aka one of my favorite ones. You know what I'm saying? I think all of them are my favorite, but this is the one that I personally really fell in love with, because this is if you're paying attention to the soundtrack, you know my age limit. So around the 95-ish and 96s is when I'm starting to understand shoes. So I'm soaking up everything like a sponge at this time. That's why I know all these shoes then in that era, because that's just my era. That's no different. Like I say, the 80s babies that was true kids in the 80s, they remember them Jordan 1s and the 2s and the 3s. We were born at that time. There's no way we remember it. We do our research to show our respect for the culture, and we definitely know about them though. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost weird for us to be like, the 3 is what attaches me to the, because how? You know what I mean? Some people got people that indoctrinate, like some OG Jordan heads that had a kid. Now them people are different. They probably got indoctrinated straight into this. But me, like I say, going out there watching Power Rangers and other things, I think around 96, I started to sit my butt down and watch TV and turn to see the games and learn that somebody's playing this Sunday and this Sunday. Like, okay, you learning this now. Just like Monday Night Raw, I knew who was coming to fight next. I knew who the main event was at this age. You know what I mean? Remember, other than I used to just watch it. But then at a certain age, you knew Monday Night Raw, next week, such and such is fighting, or you remember the storyline. So this shoe right here is a big part of the soundtrack, because if you know anything about me, my name is Derek Steele, DS. I always thought I was Deion, man, to the point where my mother, she used to sign. I played football. I was probably the flyest D lineman ever, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to want all the accessories, and I used to have a blank bandana, well, a solid bandana, and on the back of it, like Deion, I had DS stitched in there because my mom knew how to sew. So that was a cool fun fact. I always thought I was Deion, with the nicest Deion on no football field. But I played some ball now. I played some ball, different positions though, but I played some ball. This shoe right here, I remember specifically the commercial to attach this shoe. It was Jerry Jones, Cowboys at Home. I really don't even remember who they were playing. That's kind of crazy. It was a blur. But I do know Kevin Smith. I want to say Kevin Smith is the guy. Is Kevin Smith the guy who ended up... No. Yeah. Kevin Smith was the guy that ended up catching those 3 interceptions that same year. That's funny, because I'm thinking it was that was what he done already. But looking back, Deion's only championship with the Cowboys was when they played the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's when Kevin Smith won that MVP, because he ain't do anything. I mean, just went to him and went the other way. Like, if you think of anything throwing the games, or you think of gambling, watch that game and watch how the Steelers' run game was how the Steelers were shutting Emmitt Smith down, and how they really ain't had nothing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, even with those 3 interceptions. Now, you do the math and you pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys was America team back then. Dallas had a lot going on against the NFL at this time. They had that Nike. Dallas was doing Nike everything, endorsing their own Pepsi when everybody probably was with Coke. Like, they were doing their own thing. So it really wouldn't bother me to say that they probably paid that off for the Cowboys to win and take over. Now look where we are now with the endorsements and everything. You had to be America's team to get there. That's just me thinking with my hat off. I don't know why I went down that rabbit hole, but I just thought about that because I was like, Kevin Smith was hurt in this commercial, and that's who Deion had to come replace. And he said, hey, are you ready? Deion was on the sideline. I was born ready. End up, boom, catching an interception or a kickoff return or punt return or something, and he ended up scoring. You see the shoe going, boom, right there on the feet. So that was your introduction to the shoe. And then you seen Jerry say, man, if I had 11 guys like that, I'd rule the world. Now, that's all I needed to see. Then we had Sports Illustrated and stuff like for kids, and they would have like the little posters or like cool little ads with the shoe on it. I used to draw this shoe so much. It was just this colorway that I had. I saw the red one, and I wanted to know I never seen a blue one. I always gonna stick to that. I've never seen the blue one besides like East Bay or like on TV or something, or somebody talking about the blue one, because I seen the red one. That's why I told you, like, I went and got these. I had to go get these because I seen these reminded me so much of this colorway. You know what I'm saying? So I had to end up getting these, but I want to say that was an OG colorway. They had these, and they maybe had another one. I can be wrong. Like I say, I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? And I go off the top of the head when I do these, you know, because these are, like I say, the soundtrack to my life. I was there. I had this shoe. I beat this shoe up. This shoe was like very comfortable. Now, I don't know what kind of tech specs they did to it. This shoe, you got to break this shoe in, man. You got to really break this one in. It's kind of right here on this part, like the Barclays almost, man. Man. But yeah, he was playing for the San Francisco Giants, so this was a diamond turf. You know, one thing about diamond turf, the logo right there, it was a dual sport athletes cross trainer, kind of. So, you know, he would go out there and play some baseball, hit some home runs, then come out here and catch an interception. And 96 was a good year for Deion, you know what I'm saying? Because 95, 94, he won with the 49ers. So we got the DT2 Super Bowl and championship. Then you got the DT 96 Super Bowl NFC championship. Two different shoes, two different teams, same result. So it's your boy Deion. He had to be the common denominator, right? Well, Jerry Jones said it himself. He said, if we could take Deion from them, that's what we can beat them with. Because he shut Irvin down, then he turned around and shut Jerry Rice down. Only Deion can do something like that. That's why we love his shoes. That's why the kids like to play for him. Some of the kids, they don't understand, but some of them don't understand. Like, we got eras of Deion. You got to go do your whole research and check Deion, because 93, I was like, not really paying attention. I remember the Jerry Curl. I remember MC Hammer. I remember him dancing and stuff, but I don't really truly remember. I remember more Andre Rison, to be honest, yo, than I did with Deion. But maybe that Andre Rison was after Deion left. But I remember Andre Rison. I really do remember Andre Rison. Don't really remember the Prime and Showtime. I don't remember that. You know, I watched the DVD and I was like, dang, Deion was on those teams. Wow. When he went to San Fran, kind of started like, okay, that's the number 21 at Deion, because we know who Deion is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm talking like just follow him, like how you know he gonna do this. It was more like, okay, there go Deion, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to see the commercials. Now you're starting to see him build, because I think Nike, he was like an athlete with it now. So now he was getting his shoes and merch and stuff. So now I was seeing him in more commercials, more magazines and stuff like that. But when he went to 96, that's when it just took off for me. So that's why I do know about the DT4. I want to say this 5, and then he got like another cross. Like, I learned that from Superset and them. I didn't even know about that last one. Let me not even talk about that. Shout out to Coach Sleep and Superset, because they boys, y'all check their page out if you want to learn anything about educational with these shoes. Like I like to learn, they gonna drop some knowledge. But I didn't know about the like 2 more. I knew he had like another 2, like with the Cowboys, because I was watching. I was like, I'm not gonna say it was my favorite player, my favorite team, but Deion was my favorite player all the way until he played for the Redskins and the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? I followed. I wanted him to do so good with them, but I just think, you know, it wasn't there. Fun fact, I was in Buffalo when he took that interception return back from Drew Bledsoe. I want to say 04. No, it wasn't 04. Maybe 03, 02. When we switched our jerseys to the navy blue, we had Drew Bledsoe and stuff like, I think we had Travis Henry at running back, Eric Modes, Nate Clements was on that team. Marcellus Wiley was on that team. I think that was the team. But yeah, he took a little tip and took it back. And then I think he took another interception. I think he had 2 interceptions that game. I was so happy for my boy. He took another interception, I think, against, what's that boy, number 13? What was it? Lee Evans? That was 89. Not 13 was, that was Stevie Johnson. Lee Evans, I think that's who he was guarding. He took that thing from Lee Evans in the end zone. I said, oh, man, Deion's still cooking. Deion's still cooking. You know, he wore that 37 out there with the Ravens just to let you know I'm 37 years old out here trying to guard you. You know what I'm saying? He was guarding T.O. like that. He was guarding all them boys at 37. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Deion for ever even coming out there and playing and just showing like, look, I still got the love and the passion for the game. And I think he still played baseball all the way up there too. Because I know he played for the Cincinnati Reds in the later years because they had the cut off jerseys, right? I don't know, man. I'm thinking. I just remember the high socks, the cutoff, and I think he was the reason they did the cutoff, if I'm mistaken. Like, he got in trouble. You know, Deion be doing his own thing, bro. I think Deion had cut the jersey, and they got in trouble, and next thing you know, the whole team did it, and I don't know. I could be wrong, but y'all do the research, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I love to keep the facts, and I just love to talk to my people. This shoe was created by, I want to say, Tracy Teague. Only reason I know that because I don't know too much about the Nike football sneakers, so I did look at the people who made them. It's kind of the same people, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Eric Erivar and there's people like that, Tinker Hatfield, in the shoes of the like performance shoes as far as basketball, tennis, and stuff like that. So I think his name was Tracy Teague. I can be wrong again, but like I say, I love to talk, I love to listen, and I love to learn. One thing that I liked about this shoe right here is this air bubble. I love the Max. I want to say this is the first one with the Max Air. You know what I'm saying? So that was always an attachment to me. You know what I'm saying? That was just, this shoe sold more than Deion's. I mean, more than Jordan's at some point. Penny sold more than Jordan's at some point. So if you understand, like, how big this shoe was to us as the community, like as kids, like 90s kids. I'm pretty sure the guys that was in college or in high school, this probably was a mandatory for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably was killing it on the court. And I used to play basketball in these too. Laugh all you want. I used to play basketball in these. Outdoors, of course. I play basketball, football. I used to just run. Like, this shoe was everyday shoe. And we used to strap that thing up so tight and hit the road running. You know what I'm saying? But so this is track number 8. I just want to give y'all a nice little track. We're going to keep it coming. We're going to finish strong. The last 2. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all like about the series. Let me know if y'all want to see some more of the series, and we're going to keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? So y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to hit y'all with the slogan one more time. It's your boy Stills, in addition to Kicks with Soul, where the slogan is, every shoe is just a shoe until you put your soul into it. Peace.